Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTAS episode is Paging the Crime Doctor. So, this one, it focuses on the brother of Rupert Thorne, how he is a doctor for the criminal field. So it starts off. There's uh, a police escort for like this new advanced medical laser when they're getting passed by an ambulance, but it turns out it was some armed thugs, which, man, this one thug, he is like the most stupid and skilled thug all at the same time. So they literally have the element of surprise. They stole an ambulance and they're passing him. It's literally like point blank, like the windows down. He's right beside him as they're driving. He has a gun pointed right at him and he shoots at the door, like 50 bullets right at the door. I'm like, buddy, tire or the guy, and you chose the metal steel door to go out. Like, that thing is armored. Like, it is armored to the teeth. And you choose like one of the three spots you could have picked. You picked like the three worst spots, which again, I don't know why their windows down, because the armored car, it like gets ahead, and this guy who didn't know what to shoot. I think he shot like one of the tires out on accident. But so this thing, it's like veering off, it's like going all over the place, and this guy takes a smoke grenade and throws it perfectly into the car ahead that's swerving back and forth. First try. I'm like, bro, were you just shooting just to show off? Because that was go to the NFL, buddy. That was a shot in a million. I'm not sure Batman could have made that shot. Um, so the guards are knocked out, and the thugs steal the laser, and they're driving away, and they're driving really fast. And you see on top of the bridge Batman running and keeping up with them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Batman, you are going faster than Usain Bolt right now. I mean, he was hustling. So you see the grappling hook just like burst right through one of like the roof of the car that they're escaping on, and a fight ensues. And one of the thug, he uses the laser and he shoots Batman just like barely right on the head. Like it like damages one of his, like, I guess the ears in the Batman cowl. And Batman, he's all woozy from that. One of the thugs pushes him off the bridge, but he lands in like a kind of like a ski lift, but like the box car lift. So he's fine. So he makes it to Leslie Tompkins, and she's looking at him. She's like, "Yeah, it's just a concussion. Just rest for a day. Take some medicine. And you should be fine." So meanwhile, while this is going on, Rupert Thorne, he's visiting his brother, who's taking care of another patient, and he's pissed beyond all belief because he's like, "I could have been a respectable doctor. Instead, I'm just treating these thugs. I could have been so much more, and this is what I get." So Rupert's like, "Oh, come on, I got you this nice fancy laser for you. Like, I give you everything you want." He's like, "What I want is my damn license, but I can't do that because when you got shot, I took it out of you and refused to testify, and that cost me my license. So fuck you." And Rupert's like, "Fuck me, fuck you," and he has a heart attack, which is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. He's like getting so bent out of shape. So he like, I guess he needs surgery or something because there's a tumor near his heart. But Rupert Thorne's brother Matt, or Matthew, I think it's Matt. He's like, "Look, this is way out of my field. Like, I can't do this alone. Like, you have to go to an actual facility and see a real doctor." And Rupert's like, "Absolutely not. We're not doing that. You better figure something out. Isn't there like somebody you could get help with?" And he's like, "Well, there's Dr. Leslie Tompkins. We used to go back in the day." And he's like, "All right, well, you do that, and you save my life, and then I'll get your license back. How's that?" And he's like, "Okay, fine, let's do this." So he shows up at Leslie's place, and it turns out Matt, Leslie, and Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas, were all friends back in the day. And he takes one of the photos off of his wall. He's like, "Oh, I remember that day." And he sees like the note that he scribbled on the picture. He's like, to Leslie and my dear friend Thomas, and for all the fun times we had together, love, Matt. Something to that avail. So he's like, Leslie, sorry to do this to you. I need your help, and I don't really have much of a choice in the option. So they pretty much kidnap her because, I mean, he did send along two thugs with him as well. So Batman at the Batcave, he's like doing some research regarding the guys that uh got brain fart there. Maybe I'm the one that needs to see a doctor. He's doing research on the thugs that like assaulted him. He's like, hey, I recognize this guy. He worked for Rupert Thorne. And so the next day, there, or maybe a few hours later, it's not really clear, he goes to Dr. Tompkins' office where he finds everything is quite the mess. And oh wait, I think it's the day after he goes to see Leslie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it makes sense time wise. So, but anyway, Batman, he gets to the scene. He sees everything's thrown about, but he also notices there's a picture that's been messed with, and he looks at it and he's like, "Huh, Alfred, who's this Matt guy?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Matt, Dr. Tompkins, and your father were super close back in the day." And Batman looks him up and he says his name is Thorne. And he's like, all right, that's two times something medical has been going on with Rupert Thorne. There's the doctor and there's his son. I feel like he's got something to do with this. So it goes back to Dr. Tompkins and Matt. The surgery went fine. Dr. Tompkins, which gotta say, we really need a lot more of her. She's such a fun character. She's just so heartwarming, and the fact that like when the thugs first came in, she was like swinging a bat at him, like I will fuck you up. Like she literally says, "I will put your brains on the street." Like I'm like, damn, Leslie, get it, girl. But anyway, so she's on her way out, and the thugs are like, "Hey, Matt, you wanna get out of here? We gotta take care of this." And Matt's like, "No, I'll drive her back." And the thugs like, "Oh no, we're gonna kill her. She's a witness and she has to die." And Matt's like, what the hell? No, that's not a part of it. And he's like, yeah, well, that's what your brother said. And so, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So Matt's like, okay, all right, just bring her to my office and I'll just give her an injection that'll kill her painlessly. So he does that. And Leslie, she's like struggling for dear life. But Matt, he puts the needle into the thug's arm, which turns out to be just a sedative that knocks him out. So him and Leslie are trying to escape, where during all this time Batman shows up to the same building and he gets into a fight with one guy, but the guy does somehow land like a lucky hit right on the head, and because Batman has a concussion, he is very much in bad shape because I mean he's just struggling with this one guy, but he eventually does beat him. So there's a lot of running in episode. Matt and Dr. Tompkins trying to escape everybody. Batman fighting a concussion, fighting everybody off. But eventually, Batman does defeat everybody, and Dr. Tompkins and the one doctor are safe. And then it ends with like Matt. He obviously got arrested for all his, I guess, conspiring with like the law and whatnot. Well, not the law, with like his criminal organization. Well, his brother's criminal organization. And Bruce Wayne, he comes in to, I guess, like an interrogation room because he had a deal set up to where maybe he gets like leniency or his license back, something to that avail. And he's like, hey, Dr. Thorne, listen, I can help you out with all this legal process, but I would just like one thing in return. And Matt's like, no, look, I'm done doing people favors. Like, if it's something to do with my brother, you can just forget about it. And Bruce is like, no, I just want you to tell me about my dad. And it's such a good moment for Bruce because then it just ends. It's like a fade off where you don't hear anything, but he's like happily explaining to him his like father and whatnot. And it's just such a sweet moment. Oh man, just talking about it's tearing me up. Every time it makes me just shed a tear or two, every single time. So, that being said, this episode, super duper solid. You gotta love Dr. Tompkins. The stuff with the crime doctor was really interesting because it's like, where do the thugs go when they need medical care? And it's like, oh, they go to the crime doctor. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in there. The relationship between Rupert and his brother was neat. Just good stuff. Overall, I probably give this probably a good 6 out of 7. Very well done episode. So yeah, bye.